Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. This is the card that we're going to work on today, and in particular the butterfly that's attached to it. It's very easy to make and it's just a few folds in some paper. So to make life easy so that you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to use some really big pieces of paper. But the folds are the same no matter what size the paper is that you do it on. Now these smaller pieces of paper, it's a 7 centimetre square, that's about 2 3/4 inches. And before I actually start working on the butterfly wings, I like to ink the edges. And sometimes, because of the way it's folded, you can see the white parts of the card inside. So I also like to ink the edges of the back, or another alternative is to just go around it with a coloured pen, just to blend that in to the colour that's on the front. Okay, so let's now start with the folding. I'm going to start with 2 matching pieces of paper. And if you put the good side facing downwards, you're going to fold the paper from corner to corner and crease it sharply. Use your bone folder or your finger edge. And once you've done that, open the paper out and fold it the other way from corner to corner. And the next thing you're going to do is bring this point down to this edge. Now you can see what I mean about the white pieces showing through. Now obviously I'm not going to ink the edges of this huge piece of paper, but this is why you would colour in the inside edge of your paper. So if you now put your finger on the centre seam there, you're going to bring this part of the wing down to this edge. So if you fold it down and again crease it nice and sharply, and again put your finger there and crease this edge down to this one, and again crease it nice and sharply. And that's your first part to the wings. So you're going to repeat this process on the other matching piece of paper. So I'll just go through it again with you quickly. Crease the paper one way, crease the paper the other way. Okay, bring the edge down to this point, put your finger on the middle, fold the wing down, put your finger in the middle, fold the other wing down and crease it nice and sharply. So now you have 2 wings that match, and the little bit where you kept your finger is the body part. So there is your extremely large butterfly. But as I said, it doesn't matter on what size paper you do the fold, it always turns out the same. This has had the inside inked and the edges, and so there we have a smaller version of the butterfly. So we're going to go ahead and make a version of this card. I'm going to stay away from the pale colours, and I've gone for more dramatic, darker colours. There is a video on how to make the paper roses, and both the roses and the butterfly have been spritzed with some glimmer mist just to give them a little bit of shine. This butterfly has antennae, and all they are the stamens, the little packs of stamens that you can buy. So if you just take one of the stamens and fold it in half, that can now be attached for your butterfly's antenna. And the trail for the butterfly is just done out of some self-adhesive pearls. So let's go ahead and make the card. So these are all the elements that I need to put my card together, and I've just folded an A4 card in half, and I'm going to use it in a 10th fold with the join, with the fold at the top. And as always, I've lined the inside with some matching paper. I have matted and layered some paper onto two different colours, two different shades of turquoise cardstock, and I've attached a ribbon with some glue dots at the back and just there at the top, but I've left the rest of it loose, and that's just going to sit on the card, leaving a nice small border all around the edge. I've matted and layered another piece of card, smaller than the main one, and I'm going to attach that with some foam pads. And if you have a dry run with your Elements Tea card, you can always swap and change things around if you don't like them. But I'm quite happy with that. So I'll go ahead and do this first. So just using some all-purpose wet glue, I'm just going to add it to the back of the card. And attach it to the base. Just leave a nice border all around the edge and press it down. And then with your other panel, you're now going to attach this to the front. Make sure it's the right way around, and that sits in there. Press everything down. Okay. So I've put some gel glue onto the little spots on the swirl, and I want that adding just there. And then again with the gel glue, just add some to the bottom of your flowers and pop them in place. And at the bottom, just under the flowers, just another tiny touch of gel glue. We'll just pop that swirl in place there. Just tuck it under the flowers. Now for the butterfly, I've cut part of a swirl and I've attached the antenna with some gel glue to the back, and that's just going to sit, again, a tiny touch of gel glue. And that's just going to sit on my card. And then again with some gel glue, I'm just going to attach the butterfly wings. There we go. And the tail, the swirl, tends to make it look more like a dragonfly than a butterfly, but that's your choice. And the last but not least, the sentiment is being added with some foam pads. A couple of foam pads, just attach it to the ribbon. And again with some glue gel, just going to attach the ribbon to the top. Now, as always, I like to finish my cards with some gemstones. So I've found some that match the colour scheme, and I'm just going to add them to the card. And I think we'll put some more over this side. These are self-adhesive gemstones. I've also put one in the centre of the butterfly or the dragonfly's body. So there now is the finished card.